much.
Yeah.
There we go. That's not too bad. I don't know how long the 5G is going to hold out.
So I guess we're going to the swamp end here?
I guess. Let's see if we can...
Oh, wait. If we go that way, there's another entrance.
Is that better?
It goes along the coast,
Okay.
if that's where you want to go.
I don't really care.
All right. Cool.
Can we get a mic check? I think everything's working.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this?
Except my mic is like totally pulling down my shirt. Which I don't think people need to see my nipples.
Somebody's got to see it.
Someone's got to see you.
Your doctor needs to see it.
Look at this. The lake is beautiful. I almost just like checked my fucking pocket for my phone. Like a fucking big oops.
I'd love to see you drop that, plunk that thing right in a pond.
Right in the pond, right in the lake. That'd be great. I would love it. As I get hit by a car live, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, this guy likes to watch his wife get fucked. No parking. No parking.
Day or night.
No parking, guy.
Ah, look at all the parking we could have had.
Oh, we're past curfew.
Shit.
8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Fuck.
We're outside of the hours.
No alcohol.
Unfortunately.
I brought a big old bottle of Listerine I was gonna chug.
That'll work, actually.
Yeah.
You'll feel pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Gets the job done.
sure does. So this brings us right to the point. Battery point. No paddle boards.
Yeah, that's weird.
Kayak users use rubber boots. No part of your body can touch the water.
Oh, because it's
Drinking water?
drinking supply, yeah.
But we have like, but they put like motors.
So no part of your body can touch the water, but stuff inside your body can leave and hit the water.
Yeah.
So like you can piss in the water if you want to, but just don't touch it.
Never touch the piss.
Yeah. Don't touch your piss.
This is probably too early for most people to be on. Whoa, what's going on? Come on.
That's okay. I'm just having an enjoyable walk. I don't need people to see my life experiences for me to enjoy them.
I know, but they like them.
Yeah, it's real altruistic of you.
You must leash the dogs. I don't know, how muddy do you think this is going to be?
On.
Do you have a list of all the
I sure does.
themes?
It sure does.
You haven't memorized them yet?
No.
I should have tagged this with Ludum 53.
See everyone? This is what a day in the life of a game developer is like.
Yeah, you go out into the woods and you fucking live stream shit.
Okay, so salvage is one of them.
All right, salvage. I like salvage.
Yeah, so get this. So like actually at first I didn't like it because I was like,
Look at that. That's beautiful.
it is beautiful. So at first, face value, salvage,
Yeah.
sounds cool, right? Upon second inspection, does that not go in there?
The case is a little thick, but
Ah.
I'll just keep adjusting it as I go.
But on the second, like thought or thinking about it, how do you make it feel like you're salvaging, right?
Right.
Because what is salvaging? That's like finding something that seems to be useless or damaged. Oh, it's like popping out of your
Yeah,
case.
just yeah. Oh, hi, buddy.
Hey.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, perfect.
Nice way to cool off.
Yeah.
Well, now you're going on a leash because you can't contain yourself. All right, I'm gonna probably go a little back and walk a little bit more.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
that's a nice shot.
I would if I had more time.
Absolutely gorgeous.
But probably myself at Dunkin's and get a latte. Because I'm like, this is my own date with Connor.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, fucking perfect day.
It really is. Yeah, so salvaging, you have to have an idea of like
So like
something being derelict or something being
But it-
wasted if you don't do it.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So like, yeah, making use out of something that otherwise would be useless, right?
Right.
And like, if in the game that's just indicated to you, like, oh, here's a thing I can use, right? If I'm just walking around in a dump and there's just scrap metal pieces that I'm picking up and
Right.
they just go into my inventory and I'm there to find scrap metal,
Then it's not.
I'm not really, yeah.
You're not salvaging
I don't
anything.
feel like I'm salvaging anything. I feel like I'm just collecting stuff, right?
Right.
You know, might as well be coins, right? Coins in Mario.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So here's what I'm thinking. And this is weird.
What
Whoop.
the fuck? I might need a new Osmo.
And it actually kind of works having you.
You gotta do it.
Gotta work on the fly.
So it won't
So-
be as stable, but it's not holding the phone correctly. So it's
Need a different case.
no, a different Osmo, I think.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't think I'm
Get
gonna
one that works.
get one that works. Yeah, maybe.
It
the-
looks like that. Well, that thing comes off, right? Or
Yeah.
no. Yeah. Then maybe you could buy a different one of those.
maybe it's just too thin for the.
Yeah. Oh, that fresh air.
It is nice.
That swampy goodness.
So that.
It's part of a complete and nutritious breakfast. Scoop a little bit of swamp in your bowl.
I like how she was like, "Are you okay with dogs?" As if I had a choice with the dog coming up to me.
Yeah. It really like such a slow thing. I should have said no.
Yeah. No, sorry.
I'm against dogs, actually.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is like the dogs can run in the water, but then they're like people. Ew, no.
I'm so against dogs. I should have brought boots. Oh, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is
You wanna
fucking.
go that-
Yeah, I'm gonna go on that wood thing.
I'm gonna just get wet. Oh, that's fucking moist.
You can get wet. I'm getting ticks.
Yeah. I love it.
Hey, we got a friend.
Hey! Hi, buddy. Which way we go? I think
good-
if we stick to the left, we'll get to the point.
Yep. So yeah, here's my idea, and I'd only be able to do it because you're doing the 3D modeling or whatever. But basically, we have like a bunch of like a dump, a landfill, whatever the hell you want to call it, of a bunch of random items
Right.
that you can model, and you can pick them up and basically toss them together, almost like Gary's mod,
Yep.
but they're randomly assorted. And when you toss them together, it'll just be a random creation. And I may be even able to hook it up with an API with ChatGPT, so that machine learning can give it a random name, a random contraption name based on the things that you put in it.
That could be pretty cool.
I don't know if that makes sense. So it might
does.
be, you know, it would be hard to program a Gary's mod beam that you use to weld it and do all that crap.
Right.
But like I could make it simply just that you're a little third-person character. You press a button to pick it up. You press a button to toss it. So not only are you like picking which items in what order, but you also have to like throw it and try to land it together. Like they connect when you toss them.
Right.
I don't know, kind of weird.
That might not be too bad.
And in the spirit of the upcoming Zelda game there, if you saw did you see the trailer for that?
Nah, I probably did, but I don't really care about Zelda anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really my thing. It's my least favorite of the 3D ones or whatever. But the new one, you can build stuff in it.
Oh, dude, look at this. This is awesome. All the green coming in.
Yeah.
Transmission unstable due to weak network connection.
Damn.
We might be too far from
Civilization.
Oh yeah, I'm on 4G 1 bar.
That's like 3G 4 bars.
Yeah, that's terrible actually. I don't think this will work. We're too far off.
Yeah.
Well, what I could do is record. We'll end the live. I'll record it.
Cool.
And then fucking upload. Alright, fuck it. That'll work.
Cool.
It honestly looks way better. Well, because it downsamples it for streaming.
Oh, right.
But if your connection's so shitty that it's not even going through, what's the point? So we'll try to at least record it.
But yeah. So like just tossing and connecting stuff and making random machines. I don't know. Just a stupid physicsy idea that I had for salvage. Otherwise, same thing or a similar thing, but you actually cut. What are you looking at?
I thought I just heard a rattle.
Yeah, it was over there.
We don't have rattlesnakes.
Oh, not a rattle, no. I heard a creature moving around, but not a fucking rattle. Oh wait, it was a baby, look!
That's just a fucking random baby in the woods.
Just hiding behind a rock, shaking his rattle.
Oh, this has a stabilizer.
So salvage, same idea with the salvage, but you actually cut stuff, right?
Yeah.
And use those, and by chopping the polygons. I could even do it like Dead Space, where it's like where you have a laser and you change the orientation of it. Yeah.
That would be dope.
And maybe not. I think that's only 2 ways in Dead Space, right?
Yeah, you can do vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, we could do it so that like you move the mouse and and you're rotating it.
That might be too much.
Why?
Like adjusting rotation with mouse movement doesn't translate well, I don't think. Because like you're moving the mouse on a 2D plane, right?
Uh-huh.
What would make sense is spinning the mouse, but getting that to track.
Yeah, I mean, okay, fine, left or right click, or left and right on the keyboard.
Yeah.
You know.
Or maybe you adjust it in like 15-degree angles, or even just 45s.
Yeah, I think that's where it gets weird. But like left and right on the keyboard would,
Yeah.
you know, that's good enough. But yeah, it's something we could do, and then I'd have to learn about cutting meshes and restoring the new mesh or whatever.
Yeah.
But I could do that. That's like that's a big tip for this game jam. Is aside from the obvious ones, eat well, sleep well, right?
Yep. Hydrate.
Take breaks, hydrate. Slowly caffeinate. Don't over caffeinate.
No,
right?
definitely don't over caffeinate.
And beside that stuff, that's health stuff or whatever. A big thing I recommend is we have multiple finish lines, right?
Right.
And say like, okay, it would be great if we had this, you know, this would be awesome. This would be the best if my end perfect vision for this thing is this. Then we have 2 steps down from there that we know are easier. Right? Say, well, if we at least have 1 level, we at least have 1 enemy, right? At least have this. We can capture some of that. So you have those multiple rungs, and the reason why you do that, do you know why you do that?
So you have a finished product?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, in so many words. But you do it so that, like, later on, as things start getting, if they start getting shitty, you're like, oh man, we don't have time to do this. You can pivot immediately. You don't even have to think about it. It doesn't even hurt.
Right.
You're just like, oh, okay, plan B.
Scratch that. Yep.
Yeah. So it makes it very easy. Whereas if you're trying to think of that in the moment, 2 days later, you're tired. You're not really in your right mind, and you feel bad about giving up on the thing. You start to get a sunken ship fallacy, right?
Yep. Well, that's why you piss in your ballast. That way you know if your ship's sinking or not.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I have to look that up. I have to fact check that. I'm gonna Snopes that later.
I saw it on TikTok, so it's got to be true.
You're right.
See, that's a perfect sound to capture.
Huh. Little babbling brook.
Yep. Because it adds lots of depth.
Would these capture that okay?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would these capture that okay?
Perfectly.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
These are like Foley mics, kind of?
I wouldn't call them Foley mics, but
Okay.
they do have, like right now it's on the merged mode.
Yeah.
So it basically outputs the capture of both mics to one channel.
Okay. It doesn't record stereo.
It can record stereo. There's split mode where it'll record one mic on one channel and one mic on the other. So you can actually
that's weird.
separate them.
Yeah.
And get
And record
stereoscopic
sounds.
sounds. Yeah.
But you wouldn't want that for the voice.
For
thing.
voice and doing a video.
That'd
No.
be confusing. It's like Bodhi's coming out of this speaker and Rulo's coming out of that one.
Yeah, actually.
They're around me. There's a pincer attack.
If I did split mode and someone was watching this with headphones, I'd be in one ear and you'd be in the other.
Right. It's like I'm right betwixt them. It's like I'm a child, and I'm holding both their hands, standing between them. Just like my fantasies.
What are they shooting over there?
Uh-oh.
I didn't think you could hunt over here. Or anything.
Yeah, I thought the mafia didn't come this far out.
The fucking flannel and camo mafia. Remember when country music wasn't normal up here?
Yeah.
Early?
Yeah, I find that very odd.
After 9/11, man.
Oh, you think so?
It was post 2000. It was 9/11 that did it to us. Brought the country music to New Hampshire.
Do you think that's what it is?
I 100%
That's
do.
so fascinating to me if that's true. Like, because I've always wondered that. I'm just like, why are we this far north and what is it?
Yeah.
How did the...
I mean, I always understood the further north you go in New Hampshire, the further south you go.
Okay.
In a way, when you get into the mountains and the boonies and stuff like that.
See, I wonder how long that was a thing though. You know, hey.
I don't know. That's probably a thing for a while. But like,
It's just,
it didn't come down to, it didn't become hip and cool
it's just so...
until Toby Keith, which is a travesty.
Guys, let's go. Guys, let's go. And then last one. No. Okay, guys, let's go. Guys, go.
I think part of the thing with the Osmo not working was that it was slipping on the rubber up here. It was peeling it off. So like, as the weight shifts on the clip, it's trying to adjust it and then it just gave up.
That's amazing that kid wanted more pictures. He was like, okay, last one. Like, come on, another one. I'm just thinking about, like, I feel like me as a kid, maybe you too, would just be like, mom would be like, okay, time for a picture. And you'd be like,
Right.
oh, fuck off, mom. I don't want to take a picture right now.
Right, I just want one picture. Look at that. See, now that's cool texture. Like, that is... I love it. I love termite rotted wood. It's fucking sick. Because, like, look, you can... Huh? It's still pretty solid, but it does break. I love that feeling though. And that smell.
I don't know how to capture that kind of detail in pixelated.
It would be hard. You'd have
Yeah.
to use like dark speckles and then it might be too noisy.
Yeah.
You'd have to have like at least 128 by 128 texture.
Yeah, pixel texturing is weird. I have a book about pixel art or whatever, like how to draw pixel art, and it is kind of interesting. But a lot of the styles are very sparse
Right.
in it.
Well, and then when you get into the pixel art, everybody wants to do the fucking Japanese style anime shit, and it's like
Oh yeah, but that's
so fucking pigeonhole. It's so overdone.
it's yeah. One, it's overdone. Two, it's really complicated and time consuming.
Right.
Like it's like
Bang for buck, it's not worth it.
it's like kill yourself kind of animation. Like you sweat so much to make that, and it might be pretty, but like it's I don't know. I've seen people attempt it in indie games,
Yeah.
and they end up looking bad because they can't do 24 frames per second or whatever the hell, you know, animation, because they're one dude or girl or whatever they are, and they end up doing like 2 frames and it looks like crap.
Right.
You know, like it just looks like this is junk, you know. It doesn't match. It doesn't look right to the eye.
Right. But I like Simon Belmont.
Yeah, Alucard in Symphony of the Night, that's an example of that, like that 32-bit pixel art.
Right.
Like once you get to that point, it's like, if it was one person doing the pixel art, they were killing themselves to do that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know,
They probably hated themselves at night. Like.
and then people want really unrealistic stuff like the Street Fighter, the newest Street Fighter.
Oh God.
You know, whatever you might call it. Street Fighter 3, I think, was the newest one, or Alpha 3, or one of those fucking ones. Those ones look insane.
Ooh. Oh, this is bad. All right, let's not die. Oh, that tree's not gonna hold me.
Hakuna Matata. Do 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 do.
Oh, that's loose. I'm gonna laugh so hard if you fall.
I just want to slap some mud.
Oh, mud slapper.
I've been slapping mud all day.
Oh yeah, I love the fucking... Dude, the contrast of the branches with the blue sky. That's such an awesome fucking thing.
It's crazy how earlier it felt like we were in spring and now it's like looking fall-ish over here.
Right. Well, we're deeper in the woods. The leaves haven't really
Yeah.
gone away yet.
Yeah, these leaves suck.
Fucking leaves. That's the thing. People rake the leaves in their yards, and like you'll see like posts in groups like, "Oh, we used to have butterfly, or we used to have fireflies and shit like that." It's like you realize shit like uses those leaves, right? You just entirely. You didn't even blow them into the wood line. You just got rid of them.
God, it's so tough to rake my yard. How do they even do it in nature?
Right. It's like
Who rakes the forest?
there's this funny mechanism in nature where
Things have adapted to the way they naturally. It's
Right.
called nature.
some things just decay. Actually, everything decays. That's the other one too, decay, right? Mm-hmm. That one.
Is that? I don't know if that
I
is
don't know
one.
if that made it.
No, I don't think it's in the finals.
I swear to God, if they give us your health bars, everything.
So that one's just stupid though. Like I actually will kind of have fun, like making a middle finger out of that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like fuck you. This theme's bad. Here's my bad idea. Like here's my bad game for that fucking bad theme.
Right.
You know, and I'm actually gonna find the challenge in like how big of a middle finger can I make this? You know,
Right.
I guess certainly.
Like literally, I will put in audio clips of us talking about how fucking stupid of an idea this is. Like developer commentary along the way, right? Fucking.
That's not bad.
This is the dumbest thing ever.
Developer commentary mode.
Every time you knock down a health bar, it's just us insulting the fucking suggester.
I like taking it a level deeper and us talking about pretentious artists. Like,
Yeah.
I thought here that the health bar was an important piece. You know, it was really crucial that the health bar be both your enemy and your greatest ally.
Fucking hell.
We often find strength from the health bar, but it's turns you can find weakness too.
All right, like, I mean, I understand the necessity of having a health bar in certain games for like keeping track of when you're gonna die, but I also, honestly, I'll give kudos to fucking Call of Duty. Like, you don't have a health bar. You don't have a health stat. Literally, you just know you're gonna die as your screen gets redder.
Yeah.
Like, that's way more.
That's like Dead Space kind of does that too, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
the backpack?
well, it's on the back.
Yeah,
But it's still a
But
health
it's-
bar.
it is, but it's like in the world, right?
Right.
Yeah, I respect that the same. Right.
Yeah.
Like they call that diegetic UI or diegetic experience or whatever, where it's like it's part of the world.
Right.
Right. In movies, if instead of playing music on the score, somebody's actually playing it on a radio, right? You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's immersive. You know.
Right. Oh yeah, it won't break the. You're not like looking down at your health bar.
Right.
That's something. It's in 7 Days to Die. You have your stamina, you have your health bar, you have your food bar, you have your water bar, and they're quite literally bars
Yeah. I
and
mean,
percentages, and you have to manage them.
you
which-
have to do it with the more complex systems you want.
Right.
It's just that now you're abstracting away from immersion and reality, and you've got like you know your game is like
Right.
the term I like to use is gamey,
Right.
right?
But like, if they actually look at these weird art.
Yeah, I'm sure it's healthy for the trees.
Yeah.
It's real healthy.
But like on the flip side is if they did in 7 Days to Die, like if they took the health bar, the stamina bar, the food bar, and the water bar, and they just removed them, and all you had were the side effects of not being hydrated or not having hunger, and like you didn't have any metric for actually measuring your stamina, it would be really hard to tell.
Yeah, it's maybe a step too far, too complicated. I mean, that was my perception of. You played World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah.
I think I played it with you.
Yeah, I played lots a while.
You ever play as a healer?
No.
So I played as a healer for a while.
Oh yeah, you were the priest
Well, yeah.
or whatever the fuck.
I did a healing shaman or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they're called, and I went to instances in dungeons, and my experience with that game, like what I reduced that game down to, was it didn't really matter where I was standing. It didn't really matter where anyone else was standing. I just had to watch the bars.
Right.
The bars are dropping. I click on the bar and I say, "Here, fill your bar.
Right.
Put more juice in your bar." You know, it's like so effectively. This game that's supposed to be about wizards and warriors and all this shit has much more in common with like replacing batteries in your, clock. So it's just like,
It's not a good thing.
no.
And it worked. I mean, people were addicted to it.
It gives you a different
but-
experience, but it's like it may not be the one you're after. You know.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And that's the downside. People were addicted to it. They were addicted to it. They weren't playing it because it was fun.
But the developers were incentivized to make you addicted to it because they
Right.
wanted to keep you paying monthly.
Right.
It's a bad thing to have a monthly subscription for a game. It's bad for the game. You know?
Yep. Especially if it doesn't really do anything for you.
Well, but it's
Like-
it's bad because it incentivizes the developer to hook you to the game, to make
Right.
you unhealthily
Addicted.
addicted. Right. So it's just not a good. It's not a good system. We need other ways to do it.
That's fucking cool. You think a woodpecker did that?
I don't know.
Must be. Those are big holes.
Yeah. It would be weird for a termite to just eat in like that, right? I don't even know what termites look like when they eat.
They kind of look like ants.
Yeah, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how to identify a termite-bitten tree.
It'll be the smaller holes.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like a termite-infested tree will actually have bigger holes from woodpeckers because they will pick out.
Ah, the termites, right?
Yeah. I
It's
don't know
all
how-
a cycle. It really is a cycle, you see. Our world was built on health bars when you consider it.
You know my other pet peeve in video games? Paths. When they make walking paths and shit in games, it's
Oh, then
either
you're gonna love the theme Clear a Path.
it's literally either cobblestone or like dirt, or like in Minecraft you see this all the time. All these creators, they'll put like a block of cobble, they'll put a carved piece of stone here, they'll put a moss block there, they'll put this there. But they're all the same scale and it just looks like someone didn't know what they were doing. And they're like, "Oh, art." It's like, It doesn't look like it's not what a real path would look like. You're not going to have a carved random stone next to regular cobblestone next to moss. You're going to have them layered on top of one another in a way. Or like, if you have a carved stone, there's got to be a reason for it. People don't just carve a stone.
I followed you, but I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure I totally follow. Like, I'm trying to picture. I think I know what you mean, but I'm trying to picture it in Minecraft, and I can't.
It's real dumb. It's basically like, you know, like the issue with some like pixel art textures where it's just noisy.
Yeah.
They're applying noise to a path, and it doesn't look right. Whereas like a path is a path because it's worn down.
Yeah.
Like this is a path not because someone made a path, but because people cleared the trees and then walked on it over and over again.
Yeah. Just like this is a path right here.
Like that's a natural path.
I mean, but look at all the noise on the path.
There is a lot of noise, but it makes sense. It's not on the path itself, it's along the side of it, or it's where it can grow.
Yeah.
It's not just inserted randomly.
That's what we should have done. We should have rented a speedboat.
Yeah, speedboat. Oh yeah. It's so clear.
You could drink it.
Could.
You can't.
I'm not.
I don't think so. I think it needs to be treated.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, it's a perfect day.
Oh, I bet I have 5G again. Oh, I'm just gonna keep recording.
5Gs.
I can watch it on YouTube. This is much higher quality anyway.
Crazy wake from that boat.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, so the other thing when it comes to game design, the trendy controversy, I don't know what to call it. It's not a controversy. It's really just a problem for idiots. Is signposting in games.
Oh God.
Right, have you heard that already or no?
No,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I can
Yeah,
imagine.
people are like, should games have signposting? I don't think they should. You know, and just stuff like that. And it's just,
It's like, well, is there a reason for the sign?
right, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, it's like, people love to think that things are black and white arguments all the time. People just want simple.
right.
But,
Like if I'm walking through a wood and there's a path and it diverges, it's very common in the world to have a sign. That would make sense to me. Castle this way, death that way.
Well,
very, very useful sign.
I think it goes even deeper than that because it's like what they're not even really sure what they're arguing about. They don't like, so signposting will mean like,
Oh, crows.
could even mean signaling to the player to go somewhere, even if
Right.
there's no sign, right? But what they mean is they don't like when they notice there's a sign.
Oh, dude, they're talking.
I don't think they're talking. I think it's just ka
Oh no, they have dialects.
ka ka ka.
No, they literally have dialects.
Do they?
Yep. No, crows are super intelligent. You can even teach them how to speak.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen one in like London that just walks around and goes, "Are you all right, love? You all right, love? You all right? You all right, love?
That's fucking great.
I'm all right. You all right, love?"
See, that's a completely different texture of sound than the other area. You can hear the little splish and splash. So it's like hitting the rocks and then rolling off and then splashing in a different way than coming up on shore and hitting the dirt. You can hear the lapping.
I saw the, oh yeah, I hear a lapping, all right. I saw a really cool audio effect that some audio things like Audacity have, where you can actually tell it the shape of the sound you want,
Ooh,
and it will like make an echo chamber for that shape.
that's cool.
Yeah. And so Pikmin used it because they had like a blob enemy, and it had like a weird organic shape, and the sound effects actually followed the shape of that, what it would sound like to be inside that thing,
Right.
a gooey creature, you know,
Huh.
and how the echo would sound. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, so like you could get 3D telegrammetry data
Right.
on this, and then replicate like what would a wave sound like if it echoed off that shape, you know?
Huh.
Kind of weird.
That's fucking awesome.
In the future, we will 3D scan
Yeah.
an area and generate sounds against it, use it as echo data, like in video games instead of just circles and
Right.
tunnels, you know, which is all we do now.
That's like the soundscapes in Half-Life. Like they're really per room, and it's irrespective of the actual shape.
Yeah, well,
it's just a round. It's just
it's
a
usually
radius.
just, it's very simple. It's either round or it's square shape, and that's all they do. How deep is Massabesic?
It gets pretty deep. I think those are the rocks we usually fish on.
Hmm.
Because that's the north side of the lake, ish.
Yeah, this is the brick place I remember. We did
Yeah.
fish off of here before.
Yeah, we tried. There wasn't a lot here.
Hmm.
Oh, and look at this. This caved in.
Oh, wow.
This is cool. I guess back when you could swim in it.
Yeah, what was this? That was just for swimming?
Yeah, people used to swim. It used to be like normal. But no, like look at this. Carved out.
It's a little beach. That's a baby beach.
Yeah, that's basically how beaches are formed.
Put a little baby down there, and they get their own beach. A baby-sized beach, family-sized, fun-sized beach.
Fun-sized, baby-sized beach. Yeah, just fucking annihilate the babies.
Baby's first beach. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, clear a path.
Yeah, clear a path.
So, if that's a theme, what are we clearing a path for, right?
Right. I mean, it could be pipe dream, where you're making a path. You know, not necessarily because you're kind of clearing a path. You're organizing because they're blocked, and you're organizing the shapes. And
Okay.
it could be
What if it's just
diverting a river or from a dam or something like that.
I mean, maybe the obvious thing I think of is a machete cutting through
Like a jungle or something.
yeah, thick, dense growth.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
It could be clearing a field of mines.
I like to stick to the coast.
Does this path keep going?
Yeah. It did for them.
Oh yeah. Let's clear a path.
What were you saying now? Mines?
Yeah, like if, say you have a minefield, kind of like Minesweeper, but you're actually sweeping the mines.
Yep.
That could be kind of cool.
So were you thinking like in 3D actually be doing it? Like
Yeah.
actually be a minesweeper?
And then if you mess up, you just blow up and lose a leg or something.
I like that.
Or you just die. I think death is a funny thing.
Yeah.
It's
It
hilarious.
sure is. Hi.
Hey.
Morning.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh. Now that's cool. That's awesome.
That tree belongs to the lake now.
Yep.
For all the lake monkeys to climb. Yeah, so I like that minesweeper type thing.
Yeah.
That's something. I was thinking maybe you could also be clearing a path for something like a caravan or something to get through. And so the thing that needs to get through needs a bigger path than you do.
Right.
So like you really are the
Oh,
idea that you're
yeah.
like creating a path for
For
it.
some-
And so maybe it is a convoy that you're clearing mines for. You know,
Yep.
I don't know. Or it's an anachronism. You've got a minesweeper and you're looking for mines, but it's like an Oregon like covered wagon you're trying to do it for.
It's the apocalypse. We've gone back to wagon wheels. But the previous war left a riddled world of mines.
Yep, I'm a minesweeper, all right. My grandpappy was a minesweeper, and his was before him.
We started evolving without hands so we don't lose them.
Got nothing to lose. You see here, I actually literally sweep the mines.
It's literally dusting them off.
It's just a push broom.
It could also, clearing a path, it could be like a hoarder situation where you have a house full of junk and you gotta fucking clean it up or sort it out.
Stack shit to make a path.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that could work. That could work. I could see that almost like Oblivion, when you're like, you grab stuff with Z and can drag it around.
Yes. That mechanic is terrible though.
It is.
It was so loose.
Oh, it's so goofy. But it was so funny when you did stuff like that. You know, you must have seen the video of somebody taking a wash barrel and putting it over the merchant's head
Yeah.
and then stealing all his stuff or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh no, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. But it's like, it's so funny that it works, but it shouldn't, because the merchant should be like, what the fuck?
Right, like there's a basket on my head, like clearly something's amiss.
It's just funny. Okay, so I think that one's, feeling okay about that one. Limited visibility, we're fucked if it's that one. I really feel bad about that one.
Yeah, I mean,
The only thing I can think of that comes to mind stupidly is ski free during a
Right.
snowstorm. You know, like, so it's in first person and you're just dodging trees and
you
sometimes
just
an
can't see 'em. Yeah,
sometimes an abominable snowman.
right.
But
Like
that
this-
sounds terrible.
There's ways to limit your vision. You can limit the field of view.
Yeah.
You can limit like a side of the screen even. So where you have like limited peripheral vision, but that's just the cone of view.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we just have to.
You could do like a fog of war scenario.
Yep.
You could do
Yeah, I think
kind of like
okay. You
kind
know
of
what?
like fog of war, but fog. Like imagine like a fast-paced platformer where you kind of have to know your next step,
So that's funny.
but you can't see ahead of time. So, but then that just becomes trial and error,
yeah.
which is awful.
But it's funny, you're onto something there, because it's exactly what I was going to say was taking fog of war and applying it to a genre where that normally wouldn't be.
Right.
Right. So like, yeah, I think earlier I was saying like a shmup, except you have like a flash, a light, headlights,
Right.
or
Or something to cut through the fog. Yeah.
yeah, or Harvest Moon, right, or Stardew Valley with fog of war. Right? Like, what does that mean? I don't know.
Does it really affect gameplay? I don't know. Is there a way to make it?
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's maybe not a good idea, but like there might be something to find with that.
Yeah.
Adding fog of war to a weird genre. But yeah, let's leave that one alone unless we actually have to do it.
Yeah, that
I don't-
one's terrible.
I don't want to think about it. We got 2 left.
Okay.
Oh, actually, well, Signal, but I like that one. So
Signal. I don't know, like a bat signal, like what?
yeah,
Or are we talking like?
like beacons maybe.
Are we talking about like Kirby Superstar, and you're waiting for the fucking signal to go before you pull the trigger in the dual mode?
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah.
that kind of a signal, like
Yeah.
signaling when to act.
Yeah. Or you really, this one, you really could do anything with this one. Like, remember the Mario Party minigame where the Shy Guy lifts a flag and it has a button to press on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a signal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, whoa. Okay. You know what that reminds me of? What would be cool to play with is, did you never hear about this? Analog telegraph. I don't know if there's another word for it, but do you know how they used to communicate long distance in like the 17th century or 18th
Yeah.
century?
It's like smoke signals and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the coolest form of that you maybe never heard of and I only heard of recently was it looked like a giant windmill. It was huge. It'd be a huge structure they'd build, and I think they did this in like France and some parts of Europe. And they'd build in the distance. It'd be way fucking in the air, and it'd look like a windmill. But what it would do is it'd be like a cross, and it would have a bunch of arms, and they would bend the arms on it,
Oh,
and
to-
someone else with the binoculars would look at it and go, "Oh, that's a T," and then, "Oh, that means H," you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but the shapes meant different things.
Right.
And so it might be fun to make a game where like you either have to interpret those, or
Right.
you have to make them, you know, or both, you know.
Yeah. But it's even like ships using the lights
shutter-
with
yeah.
the shutters. Yeah.
Yeah, like Morse
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Like in Ponyo.
Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, it was before Morse code. So that's what they did.
Oh, look,
Oh,
there's fucking assholes up over there. Look at that.
Cooler thing about that, where the assholes? Oh yeah, there are assholes.
Look at those
Can you
fucking-
tell that they're assholes?
I can see one butthole.
Oh, okay.
I love the zoom on this. This goes up to 100 times zoom and it enhances it with AI. I just did 10 times. But look at this.
Computer enhance.
That's not bad for
It
handheld.
doesn't enhance with AI, does it?
It sure does.
Show me the AI button.
Hold on, where'd they go? It doesn't with video.
Yeah, okay.
It will with photos though.
Still, that's pretty crazy zoom.
Yeah, 20 times zoom on a fucking
What's the actual optical zoom? Do you know?
10.
Yeah, that's still great. That's amazing.
Is that it has the wide lens, it has the normal lens, it has a medium zoom, and then the far zoom.
Is there no more trail here? Oh no.
I think it goes up this way.
Yeah. But another fun thing about that signal, those crazy windmill arms.
Yep. Now this is a natural path because it's all fucking granite.
Yeah.
So nothing could grow here. So
Uh-huh.
it was a natural.
It's naturally rich in radon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting exposed right now.
That's
I can
fine.
feel it.
I can smell it.
I can literally feel my sperm count going down. So a fun thing about the windmill signaling. On a related note, perfect smooth segue into the windmill arm signals. So that was actually the medium of the first, for as far as we know, hacking that people ever did,
Oh.
like telecommunications hack.
Yeah.
But these are not telecommunications, I guess. These are, I don't know. I don't know. Travel communications? I don't know what the word is. Optical communications?
Yeah.
Either way,
Communications. We'll just call
Sure.
it communications.
you know, that's clever. So what happened was they were actually using these to transmit the stock market prices. Oh. Yeah. But like that was then given to like news or something like that to publish,
Yep.
or the banks to publish that information, right? Or the stock markets, you know, things like that. But if you could get those before the stock markets got that information,
Right.
then you knew if the price was going to go up. So you buy before they even know that the price goes up.
Oh.
And you know, you sell.
It's just a leaf.
Yeah, you don't sell until,
Yeah.
that's how you fucking
Short
you have
stocks.
You have advanced information, right? Exactly. You're shorting stocks, and it's crazy. But that's what people did. What they actually did was they like bribed people who worked at those booths to read the signals and stuff like that,
Right.
and to actually just like get them that information sooner. So yeah, I can't remember. Oh, that's right. And they would pass secret messages in with it. So there was a backspace. There was a way to erase to say like, nope, my mistake. That last character was wrong.
Right.
And so what they would do is they would put in extra characters to send codes to each other,
Holy shit.
and then go, oops, sorry, that last one was a mistake. But the other guy, if he saw a mistake, he knew that was a secret code.
Right. That's so fucking smart.
Yeah, it's wild. All kinds of weird shit they did with that. But anyway,
And thousands of people lost their lives.
everyone had a good laugh because their sense of humor was better back then.
Yeah, that's why they just jumped out of office buildings. My life is ruined. Ah. Splat.
And everyone just laughed about it.
Those were the days.
Yeah, what a golden era. I wish I lived back then. That was really a romantic era. I wish I lived in the Old West, back when.
Your wife would die of dysentery. You wouldn't have to listen to her bitch.
and racism was casual.
It was just cool, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, moving on. Let's not go further there. Every input does two things.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it because, like, your control scheme is going to be limited to whatever secondary function you put to it. Now, maybe if you could modify what the second input is in the game to a certain skill. So, like, if you're going forward, you're using a beam weapon, or if you're going to the side, it's using a spray weapon. Or if
Okay.
you're using the left, it's going another. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So where you can actually program that yourself, because I think if you pigeonhole your player into that,
It's kind of a pat your head and rub your belly situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like it's
But-
going to be fucking weird and confusing to pay attention to unless the secondary thing it does is very minor.
Right.
You know?
and then if it's really minor, then why do it?
Yeah, so that's why it's bad.
That's why it's bad. But, like, for me, the primary problem with it is it's going to be an accessibility issue.
Yeah.
There's going to be people who cannot play it,
Well, but hang on.
regardless
but
of
hang on.
how simple it is.
Hey, we don't have to take it at face value. So it says every input does two things.
Right.
So it could be
It just plays a sound.
no. It could be well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's great. That's very simple.
Imagine just
Solved.
walking around, but you just
Solved.
fart the whole time. That would be.
So, well, you could say that the inputs are in the game and not the inputs in that you're using.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's like, I don't know why this is I'm trying to think of something. You're working a microwave in a game, and like it turns out every button you hit on it does two things, right? Like
Right.
that's what I mean. That's not a good example, but I'm sure there's one somewhere. Are we even on any kind of semblance of a trail here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the fact that we see people is probably a good sign we're not lost.
It's a great sign.
Although, we might all just be lost together.
Hi.
Hey.
So maybe that's a place.
Because the entrance that I was thinking of is the one we passed, right? We're walking to that one. This is the one we drove past.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. Oh man, it smells nice and fresh over here.
Yeah, it's the rotted cedar and shit.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to the cedar loop in Manchester?
No, I don't think so.
There's a cedar swamp,
Oh,
and there's little footpaths that go over the swamp. There's like wooden planks you have to walk across.
that must smell strong.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I went there in the fall with me mum.
There's a place in Hollis that's like that where they're like constantly cutting down the cedar.
Yep.
And like, yeah, it's just the whole place. It smells like that, and it's weird. Like you feel like where am I? Right. The
Right.
smell is so bizarre for a forest to have. You know, like it's so strong. It's like pungent.
Right.
Like. But. Yeah, I hope it's not that every input does two things. I can't think of anything for that.
Yeah, we would have to really pull something out of our ass. And then it's any kind of game it's so vague.
Yes. Well, so I identified like a few that are just like, well, if this is it, we can do anything.
Yeah.
And those ones are delivery. If it's that, we can do anything.
Yeah, we could do Paperboy on steroids. Like,
In Mario, it turns out when you're going to the castle at the end, you're delivering a pizza or something.
right.
Right? Like, it doesn't
Right.
matter. It doesn't change the gameplay. So like, yeah, you can literally do anything and fit theme that way. So I feel like that's a bad theme because what is it? What is delivery? It's point A to point B.
Right.
So how many games are point A to point B? How many
All
games are
of them.
about travel? It's like a lot of them.
Like the only game that really isn't would be like a not Bubble Bobble. What am I thinking of? Like like Candy Crush kind of thing.
Yeah.
Those are the only types of
But
games.
even then,
like
I could-
Tetris
Yeah.
is not a point A to point B delivery, but
Well,
you
it kind
are
of is.
delivering blocks.
You're delivering to the bottom of the screen. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's too vague. It's like you say, it's
Yeah.
too open. You can really do anything. So like, I'm not even worried about that. We'll think of something when it comes to it. I kept thinking there was a dog over there. What's
That's
jingling?
my keys.
Oh.
Oh, it'll probably come out in the video too. Oh well. Listen to the sound of me jingle.
Jingle jangle. What was it?
Sometimes you jingle, other times you jangle.
This one's a jingle.
This one's a jingle. We were playing last night and I started doing it. One guy was just like, he just comes over one time and he's like, is that Captain Price? I was like, you're close, mate.
You know what? I never played the Call of Duty
Me
single
neither.
player, and so I didn't know who that was. But when you were doing it, you know who I thought it was because it sounded like him, and now I know is probably an imitation of Captain Price. Hey, have you ever seen Hardcore Henry?
No.
Ooh, I think you'd like that one. Give that a watch.
All right.
But there's a character in it who sounds a lot like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's your quintessential fucking raspy British operator.
Yeah.
Like,
But he's like Western British, right? It sounds like
Yeah.
almost like Scottish,
Right.
right?
could even be Australian.
Well, maybe. Well, the way you do it, it makes it sound like it's Scottish.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he's supposed
I
to
don't know what he is.
Check out Hardcore Henry. It's not a great movie, but it is.
A movie.
But it's insane. Like you won't be able to predict it.
Is it worth risking the copy strike for public domain movie night?
Oh.
I just delete it after. Probably.
I guess so. It's
Is it fucked up?
It's pretty violent.
That's fine.
Yeah, and there might be nudity.
We've gotten away with titties before.
Okay.
How much nudity?
That's like strippers and stuff. Maybe banging. I can't. But if it is, it's like off screen. It's not like the scene that you're watching.
As long as it's not as long as it's not showing a penis in a vagina.
I don't
we're
think.
good to go.
No, yeah, I don't think it's like that. No.
Because we've gotten away with titties and murder and horror. We did the Driller Killer,
Oh, yeah.
which is fucking over the top grotesque.
I think I've seen that one. Isn't that one like a 70s?
Yeah.
one? Yeah. That was ridiculous.
It was not public domain, but you know, whatever. If they come after me for that one, kudos. Like, honestly, something like that, I'd be able to leverage for media coverage, and then more people would know about me. So like, while I'm small, if I can get away with it for as long as I can and build an audience that way, and then I get caught, and then I have repercussions, then I gain even more of a following. So like, it's almost encouraged to break the law in this scenario.
Huh.
At least I think. I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I don't follow. But you seem to know more than I do.
Well, basically, you get notoriety if they write articles about you. If they go,
Oh, yeah.
Twitch streamer accused, well, like,
No such thing as bad publicity, right?
right. As long as you're not dropping N-bombs.
Right. Even then, I don't know now. I mean, people, why is PewDiePie still a thing, right?
Yeah. So where are we? I'm assuming we're here.
You would be wrong. We're here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So we're up.
Yeah.
We're up
We're
here.
like, no, we're like here.
Oh, we're here. Okay.
So,
And that's where we come out.
yeah.
Okay. The fuck is osprey viewing? I guess we'll find out.
Oh, I see an osprey. No, this is for the ospreys to see you.
It's a shame that they have, you know, you have all this like kidnapping going on, and then they have the fucking abduction society putting up trees in nature just to look at birds. It's really insensitive to the people that get kidnapped.
Well, the abduction society is multi-branched, right? You know, they don't just have one, they're not focused on one cause, you know?
It's a multi-pronged effort.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but that hardcore Henry, do look into that. You know what it is? It's a movie shot entirely in first person.
Oh God. Oh no. I mean, that's amazing.
It's clearly like it's trying to be a video game.
Right.
That's why I say the character's probably supposed to be like Captain Price.
Right.
Maybe. He's not exactly, but like he might be trying to sound like him. I don't know. I never played it. So.
Are they really making a Duke Nukem movie?
Oh yeah.
Or is that April Fool's?
I don't know. I've heard it many times. I've
Good.
also heard them making a Metal Gear Solid movie, but I don't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll believe it when I see it. You know, you know what? They're making every movie, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as
I
far
mean,
as
somebody wrote a script for it and it's sitting on some fucking exec's desk.
exactly,
Like-
there's a screenplay out there for a Yogi Bear movie, right? Is it
Right.
is it going to happen? I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah,
I have scripts for movies that just
the Yogi Bear one.
no.
Oh, okay.
No, I had a whole kick on doing science education. I
Did Snagglepuss?
I did Snagglepuss science education.
Okay.
Heavens to Mercury! Look at this planet here. It's one of the hottest in our solar system.
And this is just the first one and the start of my Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe.
Oh, look at that! Someone made a path.
Yay!
See now,
A bridge.
is this technically clearing a path or making a bridge?
Mmm.
Because it did.
Now we're getting philosophical.
Yeah. What does it mean to clear a path? Or is that the osprey viewing? No, there's no path out there. It comes to a corner, right?
Yeah, I think I see where that is. There is a way to turn left.
Yeah. You have the All Trails app, right? That's
Yep.
what you're using?
That's what I'm using.
Did you pay for it?
No, yes, yeah, I did.
too. It just auto deducted from my account, and I was like, well, I guess I'm using this one for a year. The other one I was told is way better than that one if you go out into the boonies.
Oh, I've used this and have had no problems ever.
Have you gone like really far out?
I don't think so. I've only gone on. I've used this to discover trails.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'm missing some by using this.
Well,
you know.
my brother's old neighbor, Dave, he has an Instagram account called Dave Shits in the Woods. And he goes out and does all these paths and stuff. And he used to use All Trails until one day it didn't match anything, even with like the right GPS and shit. And he was like, yeah, that app could get you killed if you go out into the more desolate places. So he told me to check out this other one, Gaia.
Huh.
And it has much more updated maps for more of the hardcore hiker.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't know.
But I think All Trails is good enough for, I'm not going out to die, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm going on very popular trails, right?
Right.
You know, for the most part. Or even if they're not popular, they're like at least labeled.
Right.
You know, they're pretty well kept. The ones I've gone. So, and this hasn't been a problem for me.
No, I've never run into any problems
And
with
I love the, you know, telling me how many miles it is,
the elevation changes, it
yep.
tracks it, and it's
estimating
like
how
crowdsourced.
long it will take you to walk.
Right, and it's a lot like Waze. It's the Waze of trails,
Yeah, exactly.
which is really handy for showing maybe not common shortcuts or alternate paths that wouldn't be on the paper map.
Yeah.
But be really careful trusting those things in a life or death situation, obviously.
But thanks everyone. That was our segment on our sponsor, All Trails, alltrails.com. Make sure to check them out for all of your trail needs.
Right? See, if we had actual sponsorships, we'd be able to do this shit. I don't know what. It fucking pisses me off. Look at that. It's like a whole ecosystem.
It is.
It's fucking cool.
What are the brown things? Seeds?
Those look like, yeah, little things from the tree. This tree, actually.
Oh, they're acorns. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what they are. They're just not fully grown.
Oh, I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, me too. I meant to bring a snack, but I didn't.
I got snacks, but if we're gonna go get subs, then
Yeah, yeah.
it is what it is. Have you ever had Sandy's?
Nah, maybe. Is it the one by the church?
By the church. It's the one right on the circle.
No.
Right by the lake.
No, probably not.
Like, we can literally grab our sandwiches and then go park our ass on a park bench and eat at the lake.
Cool. I'm into that.
And then maybe we'll try the live stream again.
All right.
Oh, look, see how that tree's bent?
Uh-huh.
That's what the Sasquatch do.
Oh, yeah.
They do that to mark their breeding grounds.
Oh, I thought it was that you set the rope up on the other end and you launch rabbits with it.
You can do that too. They're multifaceted creatures.
Okay.
Have you seen what's his name? Peter Kane's dog training videos and shit? He's the guy that pretends to have like evidence of Sasquatch and shit, and he'll make TikToks and like look at dogs and be like, see, that's not a dog, that's a gremlin. And like he has like a whole he's just hilarious.
No, I haven't
But
seen
he does it real like dry. And like people are like, is this guy for real? And, like they don't understand that, yes, he's a real dog trainer. This is his advertising. It works. Most people understand it's a fucking joke. But then all the people that are upset by it or think it's real, just spread it.
Yeah,
Free
that's
advertising. It's
true.
really smart.
Yeah, that's just a lot of dumb people out there. I don't know.
There are ridiculous amounts of dumb people, and I just need to figure out how to tap into that market. That's like Soylent.
So it's tough. I often do think sometimes you got to be dumb to be to
Succeed.
to communicate with the dumb.
Yo, you have to. You have to bring. You got to go down to their level,
Yeah, it's
which feels real dirty.
Yeah.
It feels awful, but you got to do it.
It depends. If you want to get rich quick, right?
Yeah.
Like if that's what you're after, right? It's different if you're actually trying to do something real.
Oh, look at that. Focus. Focus. Damn it.
Where you snapping here?
Just looking at those buds.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we saw earlier. They were just buds.
It won't do it.
This camera sucks.
Yeah.
Those buds suck.
The AI is not as AI-y as I thought.
Oh my God. Last night I was using ChatGPT. So here's what I was trying to do. I have, when I make scripts in Unity, there's about 5 different types of scripts I usually make.
Yep.
And they all have a slightly different format. And so I was thinking like, I want to automate this thing for me. Like I want to be able to just pick one and have it a template, right? Script templates.
Yep.
So I use ChatGPT to tell me like, hey, open up a window and let me input this text and give me this drop down.
Right.
And it created the code for that, right? And I copied and pasted that in. And then I had to make some changes like to hook it up and make it use my templates and things like that. But while I'm typing that, GitHub Autopilot, which is the AI-driven thing that's in my IDE, it's like, my Word application that I'm typing this stuff in. That's what they call it, IDE, when you're programming stuff. So this thing is in there, and I'm typing, and it's auto-completing my lines for me, and they're correct for the thing I'm doing. And I felt like the thing I was doing was not that conventional. I don't know. I Googled people who like try to look for an asset where somebody made this thing that I wanted.
Right.
So I didn't have to make it myself, and I couldn't find it. But yet this thing is able to easily predict what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that I understand.
fucking cool, but it's also kind of creepy.
Yeah, I understand that that's what this AI is like good for, is predicting what you're typing. But it just it impressed me so much that I thought it wasn't going to be applicable to game development that much. I thought it was only going to be good for web dev.
Right.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, if
It costs $10 a month to use that GitHub Autopilot,
yeah.
and I think I'm going to pay it. It seems seems worth it.
But here's the thing, like if it has that database to pull from, and it knows how the syntax works, and it knows what you're doing, then it can probably easily predict.
Well, that's how that stuff works. It's
Not easily, but you know what I mean.
when they do the AI, that is the metric they are literally working towards is prediction, right?
Yeah.
Like when you generate AI art, it's not supposed to be make this crazy, image, like of Mario as a fat basketball, right, or whatever the hell. It's not. It's not what it's for. It's supposed to be able to predict what image you wanted based on what you said, right? So it's all about prediction. So yes, in this case, it's trying to predict what I was going to code. And so there, for all intents and purposes, there's no reason why it shouldn't be better at predicting what I'm trying to code by looking at my code than it would be predicting pictures based on my text, right?
Yeah.
That's a much harder feat.
Right, because there's a lot of subjectivity in that.
Right.
Whereas with code, it's very objective. It's within a framework already.
Yeah, and at least you're looking at text and just trying to complete more text, right?
Right.
It's effectively, it's like language, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's like, tell me the punchline of this joke, and I give you some words, and it tries to come up with a punchline. Have you ever tried that yet? With
No.
ChatGPT? It's pretty funny.
I haven't really messed with ChatGPT.
Oh, you should. You're gonna
It'll be fun to do on the street. Here's the thing: is like, I see a lot of creators using these AI to like output weird shit or to have conversations with them, and they treat it like it's this novel thing. It's thinking for itself, or it's alive, or it's Skynet, and it's just like it's so sensationalized that it makes me just go, I don't want to bother.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's very. I don't know what the word is right now. What's another one of those controversies for stupid people?
I don't know what the fucking. It's basically
It's in the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah, it's
But
a meme.
It's a trend. Yeah. It's a whatever. Yeah. But like, yeah. I mean, it. Now that's not to say that AI won't cause problems.
Did we miss Osprey Point? Osprey viewing? I think so, because this is that loop.
Where's the Osprey viewing? No, I think it's saying the Osprey viewing is out here.
Oh.
And yeah, we're here. So we could go out there after it's that little.
Or is that this?
Oh, that is that. Oh, you're right.
Or are we on this?
No, okay. Wait, no. So this is not a trail. That's the
water.
That's the water.
Oh, okay.
So we go here, and there's a trail that goes out there.
Okay. Let's go check it out. And then it loops back anyway.
But yeah, that's not to, just to be clear, it's not to say that AI won't cause problems. It certainly will. It's just like the controversies that people are talking about now are like stupid stuff like, is it alive? Should I get it? Should I let it escape the box?
Well, like I saw someone asking the question like, do we treat it like a sentient being if it can?
Right, yes.
And it's like, I mean,
if you understand how it works, and I have like a cursory understanding. I didn't take 4 years of machine learning or whatever. I did train one to do tic-tac-toe, right? Like I kind of have somewhat of a grasp of it. It's knowing how that works. It's inconceivable that it has sentience.
Right.
Like when you understand it, then you won't be able to make those projections anymore.
right.
But
like the question was, would it be ethical to create an AI that is sentient? And my response was, it's no more unethical than having a child.
Right.
Because that's what that is. And honestly, if you ask me, I do think it's unethical. like, that's not the answer he wanted, obviously.
The big minds at the people who did the Go machine learning thing, like in 2013 or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are like the pioneers of this machine learning stuff. As far as they're concerned, and this has been said by other people too, we're not going to get to general intelligence. You familiar with the term general AI?
Kinda.
It means the sentient AI, the thing that everyone talks about, real artificial intelligence when we're talking about artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
They believe that we're not going to get there with the current methods that we're using. No, it's not going to happen.
It would have to be a complete overhaul.
It's a totally different approach is required.
You would need a new framework, and not in a normal language.
Perhaps, I don't know about that, but
well, like how would you arrive at sentience
we don't
from
know.
our language? Because our language comes from the
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
we would have to work from a different level. we would have to be able to,
Well, wrap this one
we would have
around.
to put pain into the machine. Like, we'd have to get on the level of like the combine infrastructure.
Or wrap your noodle around this one here. Maybe you've heard this. What's it called? I guess it's kind of a paradox. It's not really a paradox. It's like a logical arc or something.
Right.
But think about this. If we can create artificial intelligence, if we can really do it,
Yep.
that means that we could be artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Because artificial intelligence, an important part of it, it needs to be self-aware, meaning like it knows it exists, right? And it doesn't think it's fake.
Right.
'Cause it's not fake. You know, it thinks it's real. It believes it's real. And there's
Yeah.
no way it can no way it could find out that it's fake, because it's really kind of not.
Right. It's as real as anything.
Yeah, right.
Because like honestly, you can't even like.
So the logical arc is that if we can create AI, then we are most likely, statistically speaking, we are AI, and there's a reason for that.
Right.
And here's how they explain it. It's really funny. If we can create AI, if there isn't equal to us, right?
Right. So AI could make.
Could make AI.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It could make its own children.
Yeah, and then that AI could make its own AI, and then down you go.
Yep.
And so then, if you take a dart and you say, hey, which one of those AIs are we? And you throw it, it's going to land on an AI. It's not going to land on the one on the top,
Right.
the real one.
But and then that also calls into question, what is real? What is artificial?
Precisely, yeah.
Because if we are nature, and nature is nature, and we have become sentient, and we create something that is also sentient, how is that artificial?
Right, absolutely. No, you're totally right. And that's it. That's where you end up. That's the end of the conversation,
Right.
kind of. It's just like, well, it doesn't really matter.
I don't want to give robots rights. Well, then don't fucking make them sentient. Like, whoa, what do you mean? But like, honestly, I even think we should treat, like, I like the idea that when you type into a chatbot and you speak derogatory things to it, it actually kicks back to you. And I know that's programmed into it. It's not like thinking of that itself.
Yeah, that's not even a learned behavior, I don't
Right.
think. I think that's like, there's a second filter
Yeah.
like, for that stuff. But I might be wrong about that.
But I enjoy that. I think that's a cool thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, yeah.
Especially with how much people abuse shit.
Absolutely.
That must be Mount Misery. I think that's Mount Misery. That's what they call it.
I don't see any ospreys.
I don't see any ospreys either. Unless that's their fucking little nest out there.
Ollie osprey. That's my osprey call. Is that a house over there?
Yeah, there's a house up
No,
on
no, right next to us, right behind that tree. It looks like a camp over there.
Looks like a shack.
Yeah, maybe.
Weird.
This water does look pretty clean.
Yeah, I think I've fished over here. We parked the boat over there before. That's dope. I want to go fishing again, except when I go fishing, I don't want to use a hook.
Yeah, me either.
I just want to tie on like bait and just toss it out, get the nibbles, and see if we can get a fish dumb enough to hold on for dear life the whole time. Like, I feel like that's more ethical and more fun.
It's really funny that you come to that conclusion. I felt the same way, and that's why I almost wanted to in the game replace the hook with
With a hand.
a hand. Yeah.
I want to make that an option.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Oh my God, genius. That's it.
You thought of that. We've already talked.
No,
you came up with that.
No, I came up with the hand thing, but I didn't think of it being an accessibility option.
Yeah.
Right? Like the way they. You ever see that? You see that Grounded game? I think it's called Grounded. Have you seen it?
I think so.
There's an accessibility option where if you have arachnophobia, it changes the spiders into little just blobs.
Huh.
Changes them into orbs so that you're not, freaked out by a bunch of spiders.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that would be a great option. But I would like it to not maybe be a menu option, but like something you find in the game and something you can learn. Like,
I think the menu option's a better idea, but
yeah.
yeah, just because like
Because I want it to be an active choice in the game. I want them to be confronted with
okay.
the suffering of the fish with the hook. Like you catch it, you do the first couple things with fish, and then all of a sudden the fish start complaining about their fucking mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like it would work and be like, hey, by the way, you know that fucking hurts.
Hey.
You know, I like that. I find that charming. But I didn't know if people would think that was too preachy or weird or whatever.
No,
you
I
know?
think it's well, because here's the thing: they're gonna have the option to keep using the hook, and then they're gonna have to fight the fish god,
Okay. Okay.
who's
Yep.
gonna be really pissed at them at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're onto something there.
Because then the people that are more militant, or the people that are more
Fuck.
like
You're right.
okay with hurting things, should have a big boss battle at the end.
Yeah, you're right.
And then the people that went the more peaceful path should have a much more peaceful end, you know what I mean? A peaceful ending. So like the way you play the game, the way you are in life, the way you translate that to the game alters where you end up.
You've nailed it actually. I think that's great because you never played Metal Gear Solid 3?
I have not played any of the Metal Gear Solid games, or any of the Metals.
Damn.
None of them.
None of the medals?
None
None
of
of the
Solid
outlines or the
Wasn't there Solid? Wasn't there one that was? Or are they all Metal Gear Solid?
no, there's some that are just Metal Gear. Those
Okay.
are the older ones. And there's Metal Gear Acid. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid 3. In the game, you can be non-lethal with a tranq gun,
Yeah.
or you can shoot people, kill them, right?
Oh, look at this. This is sick. Listen to that. That's awesome.
So you can tranq them, or you can kill them. At the end of the game, or near the end of the game, it's not a boss fight, but like you get knocked unconscious.
Right.
And when you're unconscious, you have a dream, and you're walking along a river, or you're walking in a river, up it. And every enemy that you've killed before is there, and they're like a ghost zombie thing, and they're trying to
shit.
hold you back from reaching the end of this river.
That's fantastic.
And so, if you've killed everyone to that point in the game, you're walking that river for like 40 minutes. You're like, why
Did I
can't I figure
fuck
this
up?
puzzle out?
Right.
Yeah, what the fuck do I need to do? But it's just like, no, you got to keep going. But for some people, if you were non-lethal, you don't even have that moment. Like you just
Right.
walk, you're just in a river and it's done.
That's really cool.
I think it's even cooler than I'm describing. I can't remember what like happens at the end of it. I think you're like somehow rewarded for not killing anyone, or
Right.
you're punished heavily for having killed a lot of people. Like I think maybe they take health from you, and then you have to do a boss fight after or something.
Right.
It's cool. But yeah, there's some great ideas in that game. It's a fun one. That's also the one where you save during a boss fight, and then you.
Yeah, you have to take the disc out or whatever, or do something weird. Or there's something. You have to
Yeah.
fucking shut the game off.
No, if you wait 2 weeks and you come back, the boss dies of old age.
Wait, really?
Yes. I'm not joking. Yeah.
So like if you can't beat the boss, you just do that?
Yeah. If it takes you 2 weeks to beat that boss, he's dead. Yeah, he's an old man.
Oh my god. That's like meta gaming. That's a different level of immersion.
Kojima loves that shit.
Yeah.
And not anymore, but he did.
Oh yeah, then he saw dollar signs, right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Or he's just fucking crazy.
He
Who
might
knows?
just be tired of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a little. Now it's kind of laughing, like jokey, but I think it is cool. Back then, there was one in the first Metal Gear Solid. You had to get these little radio frequencies to talk to people, and at one point they're just like, use the frequency on the back of the box to reach this person or whatever. And you go, what?
What?
And you look on the back of the box, and there's a frequency
Right.
written on there for you to use to talk to somebody. And so if you rented the game, you were fucked.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have the box.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
that's what happened. That's what happened to me.
Was that a necessary part to proceed with the game?
Yes. So I think
You had
we
to
went.
find someone with a box.
I think we went to the bookstore and found like a strategy guide or something, and then just
Yeah.
found that part. I think that's what it was.
Oh, remember strategy guides?
Or we went to the game store and just looked at the back of the package. I can't remember.
Right. Oh yeah, you could. You just go to the yeah.
Oh yeah. Like Video Thunder or Blockbuster had the actual game out there that you could,
Right.
look at, but it just was filled with foam. Yeah, I can't remember what we did. But what were we saying? Yeah.
Fucking strategy guides.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just a wiki page,
Yeah.
which it's nice, but I miss having a book to flip through because like you could literally just sit in bed and read it and get extra lore, get extra like stuff that you would have missed or whatever, and then you go back to the game. And like you can do that with the wiki, but like then you're clicking links and you go down the wiki rabbit hole, and it's not the same thing as like a what's the word? Not
published?
catered. What's the thing? Curated.
Yeah.
A well curated book.
No, I agree. What was your favorite strategy guide, or what one can you remember using the most, or whatever?
I don't fucking remember.
I fucking loved the Mario 64 one. I think I still have it.
Wow.
I still have my Pokemon one too. The first Pokemon.
Yep.
That one was really good.
Didn't Nintendo Power sometimes have little fucking hints and shit in it too?
Yeah. They had little excerpts like these first 2 levels. If you get the official Nintendo Power guide, if you want the whole thing.
And what was that? No dogs allowed in the wildlife sanctuary.
This is the abduction zone, the abduction field.
Oh, dude, you can see the heat waves off the grass.
Oh yeah.
Unless that's radiation.
This is where they buried the spent uranium.
From Seabrook when they closed down the other reactor. Yeah, I feel my nuts glowing.
Woo.
There's also nearby, off to the east, like the northeast or whatever, there's a airfield for RC planes.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's like a full-length runway for some reason.
That's really cool though. Well, some of them, have you seen the RC jets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
That's
the
something that
fuck?
would need a runway, yeah.
I love watching the videos where they're like, oh, this is my $20,000 RC. And it's like, oh, that's great.
Those people though, like they got money to blow. They know.
Yeah, that was not, yeah.
They know what happens.
That's like
sometimes.
me dropping a quarter on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
except quarter's a lot of fucking money.
I mean, it could just be some people with an expensive habit, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be a bad habit. I mean, a bad hobby to get into.
Some dude just living in a shack in a fucking beat up Yugo
That was
just
my,
to fly his $20,000 fucking.
Yeah, that was my last $20,000.
Well, shucks, howdy.
It's gonna be spaghetti for a year.
It's just the ramen noodles, but without any of the flavor
You
packets.
can't afford those.
It's just the noodles.
That's hard to laugh about because it's probably somebody's real life.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not laughing at their circumstances.
No.
I'm laughing at the circumstances.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's any different. But
No, it's good to have a sense of humor. Life is suffering.
look, Celt.
Ah,
It's like SETI.
how much did you sell it for?
Oh look, someone wrapped a wire around the tree at some point. This land is protected by conservation easement held by Celt. Sounds weird. Oh, that's where all the abductions go. Okay, that's the Audubon. And then this is labeled private property because that's their yard.
Yep.
Hunting, fishing, trapping, or trespassing for any purpose. I had those signs when I went on my other hike. And the fact that it says for any purpose, well, if I don't have a purpose, then it's totally fine. I don't have a purpose.
All right, you got me this time.
Take those handcuffs off of them. This one's a smart one.
Officer, you can go home. This one's all set. Why don't you come over and have dinner with my family?
You know what? Why don't you bang my wife too?
Why don't you bang my wife and my daughter? You're all right, kid.
And they're just sitting there. And it's like the fucking Futurama episode with the big robot fucking. Remember Bender goes? They go to Mars and they have the farm or whatever, and the big fucking. Forget what the robot's name was.
Oh
the
yeah.
Yeah, it's trying
That's
to bang
when
Bender.
when Bender loses memory or is
Yeah.
hiding or whatever. Yeah. Peace,
Bong,
tranquility.
bong.
Ooh, that one had cool.
Oh no, someone lost their plushie.
Oh.
Some child is very sad right now.
Mom, my baby shark. That's a baby shark.
It is. Baby shark, do 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 do.
Turn right onto Spofford Road.
In 400 feet, turn right into the swamp.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Descend 400 feet below the swamp. Your destination treasure will be on the right.
Ba-na-na-na. I would love to just have that sound play every time I open something.
Yeah,
That'd be fantastic.
there's no good way to rig that, I feel like.
No, well, you would need sensors or something to
Like,
be able to
I'm
detect and
certain
open.
on Etsy you can order a little jewelry box, and when
Yeah.
it's a treasure chest, and when you open it, it does that.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. So I guarantee there's 5 versions of that on Etsy. But no, yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I like the other one though. The
Or maybe-
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Maybe every time you hold something above your head, it does it.
Yeah.
That would
yeah.
be better.
Well, that would be ba 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 da ba.
True. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it is the da-na-na-na, that's the important item,
Yeah.
and ba 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 da ba is the
The like shop
rupee.
item.
Yeah. Or a heart piece, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun-na-na-na.
Oh, that's right. That is the heart piece.
But I love the secret one. When you trigger a secret.
Yeah. Did we come out the wrong way?
Oh, we sure did. But every way is the wrong way with that attitude.
I don't want to walk back all the way through the other way. Fuck me.
Well, there's kind of like, look, we can kind of do an 8 loop to get back to where we were.
Oh, yeah. Or we just walk on the road and hope we don't get hit.
Let's see. There's an entrance back into the trail up here. I hope.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not private. It looks like it's a parking space up here, so.
But we're parked down that road, I believe, right?
Yeah. That's a no. That's a no.
What?
We're parked over here. So I was gonna walk.
fuck's sake.
Yeah. So we could walk here and walk,
Down.
or walk up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, we walked way further than I thought.
Yeah. Sorry. You say you got snacks though.
I do have snacks.
I should have brought shorts. I wasn't thinking. It's fucking been so beautiful today though.
It is.
Shit.
It's definitely worth it.
This is tranquil. These people don't know how good they have it, I think.
I think they do.
No, I think they're taking it for granted. I'm pretty sure they are. You kidding me? You think they're fucking.
That's a very effective fence gate. What the fuck?
You think these people are sitting out in their lawn chairs saying, "God damn, I'm so happy. How did I get this lucky?"
Yeah, walking on that road is a really good way to get hit. There's no visibility and nowhere to really walk.
And we got a car coming.
As long as they're not flying, I think we'll be okay. Oh, they're going fast. Slow the fuck down, mate. Also, did you know it's really bad for your dog to let them hang their head out the window?
Is it?
One, dogs keep their eyes open. Unlike humans, like if you stick your head out the window, you close your eyes. Dogs don't do that. And the speeds you're traveling, like if you're on a motorcycle, you're gonna wear goggles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because shit hits you in the face.
You know,
Dogs
always,
don't have
though.
goggles.
people don't always wear goggles when they're riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, and it hurts.
Okay. I think it's okay. I think you're trying to find a problem with something.
No, don't worry about the dogs.
That's okay. I think the dogs will be all right.
It might be.
So what? We have to invent dog goggles or something, you know?
I think they already have them.
Do you think so?
Yeah, well, there's definitely dog goggles.
I don't know. The
100%.
Zelda jewelry box was definitely, it was confirmed, but like,
So does the path go that way?
dog goggles?
I believe.
Dog goggles?
The goggles?
I think it starts over that way.
I'm pretty sure it goes. It looks like it goes that way. I would hope.
No, we're entering like a loop.
We're entering a loop. Fuck. There's a trail right there. There's a trail marks head right there.
Okay, well, yeah, that might actually connect. That's not on my map.
I thought I saw it on your map.
No.
No overnight parkering, no loitering.
No lottering. No lotterying. Sure hope this connects up with the other one.
Let me see the map.
That's where we're walking out.
So wait, we came up.
It looks
Oh.
like we need to go through those buildings back up there.
Oh, you're right.
But that might be a private way.
No. If we go.
Or we could walk up the street and connect
Yeah,
there.
let's walk up to the street and then cut around.
Yeah. I think that's a better way. Yeah, I don't
Because that doesn't look like. It just looks like a dead end.
Yeah.
Like they started to think about making a trail
Yeah.
and then just got bored.
Mm. Yeah, so my thing is actually telling us to cut into that set of buildings, whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
Which may not be. We can actually see the signs here and see what it says.
Or we can hitch a ride.
Sanctuary parking.
Oh, this is for the sanctuary. This isn't for the path.
No.
And our path would be all the way down here.
Yeah. I guess so. That's what the map says. It is fucking idyllic around here, though.
It is. This is like a fucking Windows XP backdrop.
Yeah, Bliss, I think that photo's called.
Yeah.
I feel like I read something that the guy who shot that picture sold it for like $200 or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, then it wouldn't have been the background if he didn't, so it's like one of those fucking fluff articles, but
Right.
whatever.
This is where I wish I had a bike.
Mm.
Because we would just be like, all right.
Or an electric bike.
Yep. That way we can just go. "Mwah."
I want an electric bike so bad.
There's some really cool ones they have now.
They have some that just look like a regular bike. So you can just bring it around the city
Yep.
and not look like a piece of shit. Am I walking too fast or?
No, I'm good to walk.
I can carry your bag if you need.
Uh-uh.
Look at the fresh tulips.
It's beautiful.
Right.
Doesn't look like there's a path up here.
I think there is. I believe in it.
Do you believe in magic?
really do hope it's not part of a house. That would suck.
If we can at least get back through and connect to the path we were on, then we can just skedaddle. I mean, they came, we passed them
Yeah,
already.
it's Audubon Way. That's got to be public.
Yeah.
Do you believe it's tragic
It's true
when a young girl farts?
on you. There's the trail. Right there. Sweet. No parking, mate. You gotta walk a mile down the road before you get to the trail.
You gotta walk a mile in my shit. I think that's Tourette's guy. I did it in a British accent for some reason.
Gate A10 Fire Road number 31, 69 Audubon Way. What's that way?
It will connect back up to the road, but we'll have to walk the road for a bit more.
Oh, I fuck that.
So we want to take the next one that goes off to the left.
Very handy.
God damn, yeah, perfect day.
It's beautiful out. It really is. Like the fucking cloud, dude. It's like, it's literally picturesque. Like that should be my thumbnail. Like that's it.
Caw. Yeah, I'm psyched for the game jam. It's
Yeah.
gonna be nice.
Did we go over all the things?
I think so.
Are those the only ones that made it? I thought there were more than that.
Cartography.
Yeah. That's a lot like clearing a path kind of thing, or like mapping certain areas out.
Yeah. When I think of that one, I actually think of the. I think I mentioned it last time when that came up during the slaughter round. I think of the Mario Party mini game when you're on the jackhammers and you have to
Yep.
carve out the picture or whatever.
Yep.
So like this idea of like needing to trace something, but like that being hard to control.
Right.
Even if you're like controlling somebody's hand
Yeah.
as they're tracing, would be kind of funny.
Or like mapping out path trails or something like there's already an existing path, but you're trying to
Yes.
figure it out and get a completion rate or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk it in 3D in first person, and then you have to draw a map of what you just walked.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
And it will tell you a percentage of how close you matched it. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe not that fun, but
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have
Something-
pad of paper next to you, you can kind of cheat.
something new. Yeah. Well, yeah, but
that's okay.
No, I mean, well, how accurate can you be? It's not going to be 100%.
Right.
You know, you got.
Oh, yeah, scale and everything, size
Yeah.
of your page.
So it's still about a game about trying to draw. Well, yeah, that's actually Jesus. What you described is actually cartography.
Right.
We could build that into the game.
Yep.
How good of a map did you draw? Try to replicate it on the screen right now with your mouse.
Right.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that would work.
That sounds like so much fun. No, it sounds okay.
That sounds okay.
At least it's the experience of cartography.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've got a great idea. So there was a puzzle in this game, Professor Layton. Do you know that one?
No.
It's like a series of puzzles. Anyway, there's a puzzle in there where they had a bunch of tunnels, and they showed you like a picture of you being like a first-person view of you like inside a tunnel and seeing another tunnel.
Right.
And you had to figure out which tunnel on that picture you were in. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like an overview. From an overview, look at a photograph of a first-person view and tell me where on this overview you are.
That's pretty cool.
That's
That's kind of like GeoGuessr, but
Oh, is
not
it?
real life. Well, GeoGuessr,
Yeah.
he'll
okay.
drop you in
Yeah,
an
but
area.
that's more
That's
about.
yeah.
But that's more about like, oh, there's Russia on the sign, so I'm in Russia.
Right.
Right. Like that's more about your.
Well, some of the pros do it based on like tree types, architecture styles, the angle of the sun, the foliage. Like,
Yeah,
they go
that's
to
amazing.
really extreme levels of being able to figure out whereabouts they are in the world, and it's astoundingly accurate.
Yeah, they call that like in games that like if that for the, as that game that is extrinsic knowledge, right? Your knowledge outside
Right.
of this game. And I'm just talking about just like
In the
an overview that you're seeing in the game, and it's like there's no information outside of it that's going to tell you what to do. But maybe we could work that in there somehow. I don't know. Maybe you get hints or something.
right.
But like you actually pick on the map, like where am I?
Right.
Which point or whatever. That's kind of interesting.
I mean, yeah, we do that naturally with mini maps and shit,
Yeah. Right.
like to figure out where you are. I do that in Tarkov,
Right. Yeah. So it's.
but that's outside of the game. The maps are outside of the game.
I think it conveys well though. Okay. What's the next one? Shelter. You didn't like that one, I think.
I voted for it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It can go a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah, the key there is to avoid the building a shelter like a survival game, right? Because
Right.
then there's so many games like that.
Like the forest,
Yeah.
which is I find it really hard to classify that as a survival game. There are survival elements to it, but it's ultimately a very disappointing story.
I haven't played either that or 7 Days to Die. I roped them together, even though I'm sure you probably would be mad by that.
Very drastically different games. Because like, there's a story.
I
that-
guess Forest is like Rust, right?
No,
Yeah, good. Okay.
no, not even.
That's a genre I virtually know nothing about.
So forest, you drop in on a plane crash. You have to survive. There's cannibals on the island, but then part of the goal is finding all the bodies of the other survivors and documenting the passenger list, and then unraveling a mystery
Okay.
to the point where you end up somewhere.
Yeah.
Rust, there's a little bit of a mystery to unravel as you go, but it's primarily a survival PvP game.
Well, we got a decision point ahead. So we can go down there, and that'll take us back quicker, or we go around that way.
Let's go this way, because then we'll come out right where the truck is.
This way?
If
Right
you
here?
take the left, well, actually, which way is it?
Actually, it looks like it ends.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. So we
let's
might want to go this way. Yeah. This will connect us back up to where we were before.
Yep. And plus, they won't be in front of us anyway.
Yep.
You're ruining the nature.
So you have to make a manifest of the bodies of who was on the plane or something?
Yeah, you check it against the manifest and you
So-
unravel parts of the mystery.
Sounds like Lost,
It is.
the game. Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
But then, like, spoiler alert, you end up in like some secret lab and you unravel this whole mystery.
My God, it sounds just like Lost.
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing they do? Isn't
Kind
it?
of, yeah. There's the whole, yeah. But like, the survival elements, yes, you have to eat, you have to be hydrated, you have to clean yourself, you have to do all those things.
Mm-hmm.
But like, once you get to a certain point in the game where you have like some technology and stuff, you're not even worried about that shit. So like, all of that fades away to the story.
Yeah. Okay.
And the story is really disappointing.
Yeah. Well, that does sound disappointing.
It's fucked up, but it's like kind of like if you've already watched Neon Genesis Evangelion or Elfen Lied or any sort of like a fucked up twist of an end of a story, you're not gonna be like, oh, this is so deep. You're gonna be like, okay. And then Rust, I think there's a little story in it, but Rust was built from the ground up as a survival PvP, PvE kind of game.
I gotta check for ticks real quick.
What?
Yep. Feel it on my leg. So make sure there's nothing there.
I think I'm good.
There's like a pinching. All right.
Might just be a pinch.
Yeah, just a pinch.
Go pinching your knickers.
Yeah, I mean, if that. So
And then 7 Days to Die, there is no story yet. Again, it was built from the ground up as a zombie survival horde crafting game. And they're gonna eventually add story elements to it. Like
is Forest single player?
Forest, you can play single player.
Oh, there is a multiplayer though?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's basically co-op or single player.
Huh.
Rust is, you can play co-op with your friends on a private server, but if you just hop on servers, it's PvP fuckfest. Like,
Okay.
you can't trust anyone.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's like,
Same with 7 Days to Die, unless it's just a PvE server.
you know what I didn't like about Rust? I saw somebody playing it, my friends was playing it, and your buildings deteriorate over time.
Yes, you have to maintain them.
Yeah, I found that pretty shitty. It seemed,
Maintaining-
it seemed pretty harsh.
All you have to do to maintain them is have a closet, like a storage closet, and you put materials in it and it auto maintains it for you.
Yeah, but still, it did it in real time, right? Like as long as the server is up, it's happening. So like if
Correct.
you,
Yep.
yeah,
And even in that game, if you go to sleep, if you unlog from the server, your body's just laying there.
yeah. See that I think is kind cool, I guess. But
I like it from the PvP perspective, where there's incentive to be creative about hiding places. There's incentive to be creative about your base and how to defend it, and stuff like that.
yeah, it's not. It creates new gameplay, so that is
Yeah.
it's cool. I get it. I get what's cool about it, and I guess as a kid, I would be like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's what I want.
Did we not come this way?
I think we did.
I don't remember it being this muddy. Oh no, yeah, because you were bitching about it. I remember now.
Yeah, you remember me bitching?
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh man.
It's such a beautiful day out.
But yeah. No, I'd be totally excited about that. But like the idea that
Persistence.
what do you call it? Scheduled gaming, I don't really love. Like, oh, I gotta my
Yeah, I gotta log in and all
raid
my
is
shit's-
tonight. I
yeah.
gotta log on. You know, I
Right.
don't like that.
No.
I like an Animal Crossing where you either log in or you don't log in, and different things happen, but you're not like
You're not
like,
losing out.
You're not punished for not logging in. I mean,
Right.
you could be missing something, but
Well,
you're not.
that's the thing with Rust. Like, if you log onto a server and it's mid-wipe before they wipe the server, you're at such a huge disadvantage that it's really hard to even find a place to build a base without getting fucking absolutely raped.
But you like that one? That's Rust you're talking about?
That's Rust.
Yeah, you like that one?
It's interesting. It's fun. I used to enjoy playing it. It's just very toxic and not always a great time. Like, if you have friends and you want to play on a private server, it's a great game. The building mechanics are awesome. The survival mechanics are awesome. The environments and stuff you have to explore and the challenges they're in, getting the lab keys and doing all that stuff. Super cool. Really well done. But when you add that online PvP element, it's just horribly toxic. Like, horribly toxic.
That makes sense because nobody likes cooperating with strangers.
No. I mean, I do, but like, you can't trust them because it'll just be one little snotty kid that ruins it,
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
I think that would be interesting is to make one of those kinds of survival games, but actually make it not the main point won't be about your own survival, but instead would be about simulating how civilization forms.
Right, like everyone has an interest in maintaining the society.
Somehow, I don't know.
I don't know how.
That's it's tricky.
It's gonna end up being the tragedy of the commons. Like, no one's gonna feel responsible to do certain parts. So then some people won't do stuff and other people will.
But isn't that just where we are today?
That is reality, yeah.
Okay, that's fine with me. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I think it would be interesting to try to walk the line of the delineation between the nomads and the civilization, like the beginning of civilization,
Right.
but do it in an online game like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Like it's almost
So
a social experiment.
I guess so. But like, just see if you can go from the survival side to civil, not as a social experiment, just as a game. It's still an amusement.
Well, we kind of do that. You kind of do that in 7 Days to Die. You start out with basically a can of food, a bottle of water, a torch, and pretty much that's it. And you have to start with stone tools and shit. And like the first few days of 7 Days to Die, is scavenging, going through buildings, trying to find the things you need to cook, trying to find certain items, doing quests to get more items and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like those first couple days are like just surviving, and then the 7th day comes and that's horde night. So now you have to start like day 6, day 5. You want to start thinking about your horde base and what you're going to do for that if you know it's coming.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. This game is sounding like exactly like something I came up with.
Yeah.
Oops.
But like every 7 days there's a horde.
Yeah. Okay.
But like there's traders you can go in and trade stuff with and et cetera and that. But like eventually you get to a point where you're pretty much self-sustaining and you're not worried about food and water. And you're really just going out doing quests trying to find higher tier loot or recipes to make a motorcycle or a gyrocopter or a Jeep. Or you're going out to farm mechanical parts so you can make those mods you want. And so it transforms as you go. And then as it gets even later on in the game, like day 45 or something like the later horde nights, you're looking at base building in the sense of almost a tower defense game. You're setting up turrets, you're setting up electrified fences, you're setting up little points for them to attack you so you can control it. You're worried about upgrading to steel, different levels of blocks and stuff like that, or setting up your lights so you can actually see them coming.
That's cool.
And then every 7 days, like the normal gameplay becomes less relevant, and then you're really just in between horde nights trying to gear up to make sure you have enough ammo to actually fight back the horde.
That's pretty neat.
So like when you're playing with friends, you get to a point where, you have someone just staying back, working on the base. You have someone going out doing quests to get different recipes and items and making tools, and you all spec in different skill trees so that you get to the higher tier items quicker together.
You gotta
So
go
like,
this guy's way.
so like one person will make tools, one person will make certain guns, and then we just share amongst each other, and you build up that way. It's really cool.
Yeah, that is interesting. That I don't know that fully captures what I was saying, in that, like, I realized is it a private server kind of situation?
You can have private servers, or you can join big public servers.
Yeah, in the public servers, is it hard to survive? Like, isn't it DayZ for a while?
It depends. You can do PvP,
Yeah.
or you can do PvE.
Oh, you can do a PvE server?
Yes.
Okay.
And in those servers, a lot of them, they'll have, every horde night, they'll have an option to teleport to the big horde base, because every time there's a horde night, there's specifically a horde amount of zombies that come for you, specifically you, based on your game stage.
Okay.
When your game stage is based on your experience, how many zombies you've killed, all that stuff. So the game progressively gets harder.
I don't like that there's a teleport. I wish you should.
That's not part of the game. That's something the servers add.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
So
say.
that teleport allows you to teleport to the community base, and you all get together to fight the horde together.
I just feel like it's more interesting to be like, shit, I gotta make it back in time. Like I'm gonna be out here during the horde. Like I think that's an interesting aspect.
Oh, it's terrible to be out when the horde. You won't survive because.
No, I know. I think that's interesting to be like, how far can I journey out on the 6th day?
Right.
Like I think that's an interesting thing that teleporting just gets rid of.
Yep. All right. We're gonna go eat a sub, and then I'll upload this to YouTube. Peace.